One less can of hard seltzer in this world. I'm proud of myself. So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy. Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, good to see y'all out there tonight. Woo, man. Sorry, we always try to start at 10 minutes after, and I think several of us had some type of technical difficulty in the green room of some sort. And so, anyway, I think we got everything going, and going to have a great show tonight. And not only do we have some awesome people in the green room, and we're going to be doing our regular giveaway. Let me go ahead and throw that banner up there so you guys can start getting your hashtags in. HBN83. But we also are doing the monthly giveaway. So anyway, we tried to do that around the middle of the month for the previous month. So anyway, all those entries are already in, but it's definitely not too late to get in this next month's giveaway. So anyway, good to see everybody out there. My goodness. Hope you all are having a wonderful Saturday evening. I hope the weather's nice for you. It's been pretty warm and humid here, but hey, thank goodness we got air conditioning. So anyway, without any other delay, let's bring out these fine folks that's sitting back there in the green room, man. We got a big old deal of watermelon back there and cantaloupe. I mean, some sweet tea. Nothing cool you off faster than that. So anyway, up first, I'd like to bring out Moondog Go. How you doing, buddy? There you are. So you're having technical difficulties.
Hopefully, I'm coming in through. My Wi-Fi just started getting really weird. So I'm enjoying my sweet tea. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So thankful you can be here this evening, buddy.
Much appreciated.
And like I said, Moondog freezes up. I guess he's having some Wi-Fi trouble. Garage guy literally couldn't even get on tonight. Like, he was on in the green room, but his his internet was so bad that he couldn't stay connected. So he's out in the side chat. And so, wow. Well, glad to have you here.
Of course. I'm glad to be here.
All righty. And you got something big coming up too. So don't let me forget, after we get everybody out here, I'm gonna let you talk about your awesome benefit you guys are having. So we'll make sure.
Oh, no worries.
Give you time to talk about that too. Well, if you want to mute your camera, maybe that'll help you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me do that here. Stop cam.
Alrighty. So, yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, good. So I've got a big charity airsoft event next in outside of Scranton. So if you guys anybody's in that general area, come out for Operation Bad Blood. That's a charity event that we're raising money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Though I think they've recently changed their name to something else.
Okay.
It's what that the organization is. They to cure for type 1 diabetes.
Awesome. Well, awesome. That's great. So appreciate you being on tonight, buddy. And I'd like to bring out next Mr. Gizzard Gary, everybody's favorite gizzard. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great. Just want to say a big howdy to everyone out there in Hillbilly Nation. And we're going to have a good time tonight. We got some good eats here. Everybody's getting, getting filled up on all the good stuff back here in the green room and stuff. And I appreciate all the eats, and it's pretty good stuff.
Well, you betcha, buddy. Glad you could be here. Oh man. Let's go ahead and bring out Jamie, Mr. JH586. How you doing tonight?
Better than I deserve. Hope y'all are doing well.
Doing good, buddy. Doing good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Rigby went to church music camp all week. And tonight we went over there for pizza and then hear them sing. And it was a big time fun thing. But man, I'm pizzaed out, guys. I'm pizzaed out. I'm ready for a steak. What can I tell you? So
awesome.
Thanks for having me, man.
You betcha. Thanks for being here tonight, buddy. And we had Tim S out there. He was the winner of Moondog and our collaboration with CV Life, and he says received the new CV Life scope. You're right, that thing is a baseball bat. And he says thank you very much, it's greatly appreciated. That's awesome, brother. Well, all righty, and up next, let's bring out the voice of YouTube, Mr. DJ. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here, Hillbilly. Thanks for the invitation. Good to see everybody out there on the text chat. We're bouncing up against 30-odd people out there right now, man. It's going to be a good Saturday.
Great, man. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. And we still got a handful of people in the back chat in the green room. So anyway, I'd like to bring out Mr. Pat in the bunker. How you doing tonight, Pat?
Man, I am glad just to be sitting down, chilling out, and hanging out with y'all because, man, the last week has been rough, but I am here, and I'm just glad to be hanging out with y'all. Thanks for the invite, man. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for being here, buddy. I'm glad you can make it this evening.
Me too.
So up next, I bring out the leather craftsman himself, Mr. Mark Thomas. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Real good. I'm kind of like
Awesome.
Pat. I'm glad to be sitting here in a nice, cool air conditioned. Man, it's been hot here. It was 98 in the shade. I went to the pool. We got a membership at, and even the pool water was warm. So it's too darn hot. We got a couple of storms earlier this evening that took it down about 20 degrees, but that took the humidity up about 20%. And we should have some rolling through here, well, right about now. So if anything happens to my internet, you'll know why. We had a good storm, but we're hoping that brings the temperature down a little bit more overnight. We're going to get up and go do a little bit of airsoft in the morning and get ready. We're also going to be heading up to Moondog's event up there in Scranton, having a great weekend, a good time. So I probably won't be on the panel next Saturday night, but I'll try to at least get on the chat because we've got cell reception, but I don't think I'm going to be able to be on the video.
Well, we sure appreciate you. If you can't get on, that's always great. Yeah, you guys have fun up there. That sounds like a blast. It really does.
We had a fantastic time last year, and can't wait to get up there and do it again.
Great. Yeah, and you're even a little more involved this year, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Gonna be, I guess, leading one of the groups, and I'll be playing all day, so I'm gonna be worn out Saturday night too.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Well, thank you so much for being here, Mark. Appreciate
Thanks for having me. Always
Man.
enjoy it.
it. You bet. And look who come in the back door of the green room, Mr. Bubba, Triclops Ballistic. How you doing, buddy? So glad you can make it.
Evening,
I'm going
Bubba.
to quote Jamie here, better than I deserve. Say that right, meow. Oh, wait, I say that out loud? Yeah, I did. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, right, meow?
Doing
Right,
good, buddy.
Whew. And I agree. I absolutely agree. It has been a scorcher this week. We had a heat index in Kentucky of 110 with a humidity of 98% for most of the week. I walked outside and I did not know my elbows could sweat, but by golly, they sweat. And I did not know my eyeballs could sweat, but by golly, there it was. And I'm a big boy. I stepped outside. I was like, oh, okay, I ain't got to pay for a sauna this year, so we're good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I tell you, it's been kind of like that. You need to send that humidity right on down to Georgia or down south where they enjoy it.
Florida can take it. Florida can take it. They can have it all. Take all that humidity. Hi, Dwayne.
Well, we have I can't. Somebody pronounce that for me. It says cheers from Germany.
Arzabal.
Awesome. Always glad to see you.
Octoon.
Well, my goodness. We got a I think a pretty fun show tonight. Got some a few topics, and one of them was from that garage guy sent to me the other day. And like I said, he was in the green room earlier. His internet was just giving so much trouble. He wasn't able to stay on, so he's out there in the side chat. And this kind of like when I started my computer up 45 minutes before the show started, like mine was giving me trouble. I ended up having my main monitor had went out on me. I had to run into my office where I trade stocks at and rob a monitor from there. And then Moondog was having trouble. Garage guy, Pat had trouble with his. Mark, his microphone. And so, man, sorry we were running a little late there, guys. We was trying to get all situated. But anyway, so glad you guys are here out in the side chat and on the panel. So, oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and jump right on into the first topic. And this first part here was what Garage Guy had sent me, and he says, do you think quality control has gone down since the shutdown with firearm companies? And so we don't want to just always like take the bad part of something, but I went ahead and added too. Can you name something better also since the shutdown? So, we'll try to maybe, if you think so, one con and one pro, maybe, or maybe you just have, only a pro or only a con. But anyway, I thought that was a fair question. We know the workforce changed up a little bit and stuff there since then. And so I didn't know, like, is anybody else maybe seeing, something good or bad? And Gary, we'll just go ahead and start with you, buddy.
You're pulling a hillbilly. Pull a hillbilly, Gary.
Doggone it, I pulled a hillbilly there. Have I personally noticed anything? I can't say as I have. I mean, I've watched an awful lot of videos from other people, saying that they have. I haven't had anything happen to me personally. So if you're talking about first person, no, I don't really. I don't really have anything that would indicate
Alrighty.
that.
Anything like improved that you may have seen or heard?
Seen or heard?
Yeah.
Well,
Like, I mean,
I think we've had such an increase in firearm sales the last few years that maybe the number of issues out there has increased just because they sold more guns, and that might be part of it. I think the manufacturers are really gearing up to get stuff out there and stuff like that. But yeah, I have heard specific issues about specific companies, but I don't have any firsthand experience on that, so I don't want to. I don't want to, pass stuff on like that. We'll see what everybody else has to say.
alrighty. All right. Good. Thank you, Gary. And so, Moondog, we'll just move right on over to you, buddy.
Well, as my background's changed, but that's because I actually had to move upstairs where hopefully this Wi-Fi router is working better. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine, buddy.
Moon, you might want to watch out. You got Batman right behind you, so yeah, I wouldn't say anything negative at all, and just stay straight as an arrow right there.
Oh yeah, Batman's a myth. There's no such thing.
I'm just saying.
So, to answer the question, quality control has quality control gone down? I don't have any definitive experience, but or data to back that up. But it certainly, I don't know if it's really that's gone down, or the fact that because of everybody's online and sharing information about stuff that we hear about quality control issues much faster than we used to, rather than just sort of hearing it second or third hand. Everybody's like posting up videos of how their particular accessory or their firearms failing or whatnot. I mean, I think the current videos that I'm seeing, or at least mentions, have to do with like more recently, like with the Jackal from Palmetto State Armory, and some folks are saying that's a piece of junk, and I haven't shot one. I only saw it at SHOT Show, so I don't know. But that kind of word and reputation seems to be moving around much faster than I remember it being. I have one positive thing to say though. I had a great customer service experience with not Palmetto State Armory, with Primary Arms. I had a LPVO that I had bought maybe way before COVID. It was like 5 years old, so it's been sitting in the back of my closet for the longest time. And since I've been doing a lot more LPVO reviews, I took it out and I thought, okay, let's see how that it was there at the time. It was, and it still is, their cheapest scope, the SLX. And so I just took it out and compared it against all the other new LPVOs that I've been testing out, and I actually found something wrong with it, which I did notice because I didn't really know to look at these little details. So I contacted them, and they immediately sent me a mailing label, took it back, did a bunch of tests on it, and told me what things were wrong and what weren't. And I was like, wow, they really, for their budget scope, they really treated me really well. So I got to say, in terms of that respect, that was a positive experience, a recent one. Have you guys ever had to deal with Primary Arms? No,
I have not yet. That's good stuff. It's always good to hear a story like that.
Yeah.
Company standing behind their stuff, even like you said, being 5 years old.
Yeah, they treated me as well as like Loophole or Vortex customer service, and it's their budget scope. So I was like actually surprised that they didn't say that I was just SOL for buying a cheap scope from them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good stuff. So, Jamie, we'll just drop right on down to you, buddy. I know you like, Bass and Smith and Wesson, but just kind of keep it to a minimum. I'm joking, guys. Jamie does not.
I've been fortunate enough to add a few things to like a CZ, a Pieta, the Marlin lever action, which is now made by Ruger, and these kind of things I'm not seeing problems with. And I think what we'll see is, hey Dale Pogue, I think what we'll see is your reputable companies are not going to change the way they're doing business. They're going to make stuff stay in there till it's right. But on the other hand, I doubt Winchester white box pistol ammo has gotten any better.
No.
Agreed.
Well, that ammo is just for pulling the brass. That's all that's for.
I've had some good luck with and this blows my mind. The Remington UMC, the green and white box pistol ammo, that stuff rocks, man.
Really?
And I really like that stuff. And Remington has changed hands like 4 times since COVID, and how are they still doing this? It's amazing to me.
They're owned by Ruger now, aren't they?
Last I heard, Palmetto State Armory or something like that. But I feel cheated when I go buy factory ammunition. I just feel like I'm wasting my money. I just really do. But I think what you're going to find is, the thoroughbreds are thoroughbreds, and they're going to stay thoroughbreds, and they're that way for a reason. And that's my take.
All right. Good stuff, buddy. So, DJ, we'll jump right on over to you, brother. You're muted, buddy.
All right. I did a hillbilly too. I got the boom mic put down in the right spot now. Okay. So either before Coco or after Coco, one of the companies that I hear about a lot is Taurus. And boy, that was a company that people wanted to bash. And did they in the past have some issues with QC? Yes, they did. Did they have some problems with customer service? They most certainly did. And it seemed like that company buoyed for a while, and then people had more complaints. And since they reorganized some things, and I did notice more folks saying that they were treated right and this problem was taken care of right away, I think that those old complaints about Taurus are starting to fade away. And as far as I know from the people who own newer Taurus firearms, and I have a couple of the older ones, I think that's being supported now. I think Taurus did something to change the way that they were doing business and the way they were treating customers. And I think that was on the positive side. That's where I am.
Good deal. Well, that's great.
If I may, one thing they've done is they've opened a plant in Georgia. There's a new plant in Bainbridge, Georgia, and I hope that's helping. So,
yeah, that's good. That's real good. So Pat, we're over to you, buddy.
Actually, one of my favorite companies for ammunition stepped up their game during the and they were just bullet designers and made the tooling for just about most of the companies that you've ever shot ammunition for was Meat Industries. They wanted to keep things going, so they actually started putting their own ammunition together. And it's Meat Industries. They make their own ammunition now. They anything from 9 to 30, 338 Lapua to just about most of the popular stuff out there now. And I've got a whole shelf full up there, and it has not disappointed me yet. Especially my carry ammo for the 5.56, 77 grain boat tail hollow point, and yeah, that was one of the good things that came out of it. And being able to talk to those guys, if I've had any concerns or anything, they've factory, just being able to go straight to the factory, and it's just a mom and pop's place. Man, do they crank out a lot of ammo on top of all the tooling and everything for like SIG to, man, I can't name them all. There's just so many that they make the tooling for. So one of the bad things, I would probably have to say, and I've had two guys that I know personally, and I've shot the rifles. Now, whether this was right before or just right after the coup, I don't know. Or maybe it was just a bad batch, but on some of the PSA stuff, and maybe it was a quality control issue. The barrels were actually rusting on the inside before they even shot the guns. So I don't know if it was a quality control issue or if some blims or something made it out. I don't know. I'm not knocking them, because every single company has their problems as far as things getting by or stuff like that. Every company has it. Every single company does. But anyway, that's the only thing that I really heard. I know there's some people bashing on Bear Creek. I've got a couple of their uppers. I've had no problems with them. I've heard some of the people that have. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But it's a manufacturing thing. Oh, now whether quality control, I don't know. So I ain't bashing on anybody. I'm just pointing out from what I've seen and what I've been told. So, but yeah, good thing, bad thing.
All right. Well, thank you, Pat. And guys, don't let me forget to shout out the side chat here as soon as we get through this with this topic. Mark Thomas, what do you got to say about this, brother?
Well, not a whole lot. I mean, I've bought quite a few new firearms in the last few years, and I really haven't had too much trouble. I did buy a Taurus 605 last year, and I don't know if it was necessarily a quality control thing or certainly didn't have any problems with customer service. There was more of a kind of a cleaning issue. I just had to clean out the little channel under the crane. I did order a new spring. They sent that out to me real quick, and I put it in, but I think that was just some junk in there that was keeping that lock from getting up there to lock the cylinder. But everything else has been fine. The most recent new firearm purchase I guess I had was that Tokarev shotgun from SDS, and they've been real good. They've got their email notifications when parts are back in stock, and I just got some new parts in the other day. I did a quick video. They had the little sight rail and the mag tube extender. They excuse me, they put that email out, and within a couple of minutes, stuff was back in stock. I was able to order it and get it right to me within a couple of days. So,
oh wow,
I've had good experience here in the last little bit.
That's great, awesome. Is there anything you see that? Well, I guess that would be a pro and a con. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's good to hear, Mark. That's real good. And so you guys think we should let Bubba go, or he always says a lot of good stuff, so I think we ought to hear what Bubba has.
He's got good stuff to say about Glock, I'm sure.
Yeah, Glock.
You know what? I'm not even going to say anything on Glock, just because of the fact that that's a dead horse, and obviously the Glock didn't shoot the horse, so we're not going to go into that one. But there are two companies, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for the two companies I'm getting ready to mention. One is after COVID, they started screwing things up, and one was during COVID. During COVID was Kimber. My buddy and me he wanted to buy one of the new Rapid Dawns that they came out with. And this was during COVID. He spent 2,500 beans on a gun. 2,500. I want that to sink in. 2,500 beans on a gun. Now, if you spend that much money on a gun because you want the gun, it should run, right? It should run. There should be no issues whatsoever at all. My friend is very good with maintenance. So whenever he gets a new gun, he always oils everything. And I believe Jesse B. Outdoors had a video on that. He gets mad at people that don't like oil their guns when they get them out of the box and just shoot them and then complain about stuff. So my buddy always oils everything when he gets it. He's an ex-maintenance man. So he's ex-engineer and stuff like that. So he always, when he grabs stuff, he always, oils it up whenever he gets something new because metal on metal needs to be oiled. So he got this brand new Kimber Rapid Dawn or whatever it's because something Rapid Dawn, Rapid Sky, Rapid Dust, something like that. I can't remember which one it is. Okay, so it was a 2,500 bean gun. The first 3 shots out of it, the firing pin falls out. It falls out. It falls out of the gun. This is 2020, height of COVID. So it was just like, all right, well, maybe somebody just made a mistake. Okay, cool. Firing pin, put it back in. Go to fire it again. The recoil spring snaps in half. We gave up on the gun after that. He tried to get everything sent back in. They told him they would not refund it. I do not trust Kimber to this day because of that. I will never trust Kimber because of that. That is something that is appalling. If somebody is spending that much money on a gun for it not to work after they have managed it, if they've put up with an issue that they thought might have just been, random mistake, to have a 4th issue that dramatic is not acceptable. So Kimber has lost 2 customers for life because of this. So Kimber, since the Koof, Dunskies, no more. Now, after COVID, Jamie's going to shoot me for this one. And I think everybody has seen his video on this. Hasbro had a pistol caliber carbine. Now, this company I do like. I do like this company. But they have done Hasbro pretty dirty. And that would be Aero Precision. They have did him dirty on the pistol caliber carbine that he was making for 9mm. They gave him a faulty barrel. They gave him a faulty receiver and a faulty bolt and carry group. And they gave him the runaround several times. So that has definitely gone downhill. Now, do I have a bunch of Aero Precision stuff? Yes, I do. But, I mean, come on. You got to stand by your stuff. Why would you give the runaround? It's clearly their fault.
Yeah.
So that was upsetting. Now, I got all the bad stuff out of the way. I'll start talking about the good stuff. I'm not shooting the low-hanging fruit. I'm not going after the dreaded guacamole.
Talking about the good stuff, milk does.
So we're going to talk about the good stuff. So some of the good things that has come out since during and after the Koof has been all of the no-name scopes. It's Monstrum being number 1. Monstrum being the absolute number 1. Just the quality checks, the increase in quality of their products and stuff from them to CV Live to Discovery to even Penty has come out with a couple gems. You got to search to find them, but even they have come out with some gems, and it has been progressively getting better as it goes on. So that's been phenomenal. Optics were something you're just like, man, I could take out a mortgage to get a dot because the only things that were decent at the time was like, Trigicon, EOTech, and all the other ones. But now these original no-name companies have just skyrocketed in their quality and their prices and everything else and their customer services, bar none. Like, it's crazy. and that's been some of the best stuff that I've seen. So, I mean, I mean, I could go all day about the bad stuff, but the good stuff's even better. The good stuff's way better.
Mm-hmm.
And like iron sights, like I don't like Fiatchi. I will say that right now. I do not like Fiatchi at all, but their iron sights are amazing. They got little fiber optic little iron sights, and them things are sturdy. They hang on this little bitty gun over here, and it's got a plastic rail, and it's a 12 gauge. It holds up the slugs. I've shot 30 slugs, and them things haven't even come close to loose. I didn't even Loctite them.
Well, that's good news.
So, and I think the trend's going to actually increase as we go along. I think things are going to progressively get even more and more better, even though that's not actually correct syntax.
Better.
This is mo better. Stuff's going to get mo better. But I don't foresee the big name companies changing their QC because they think they still have whatever they have. But, yeah. Oh, and High Point. High Point making a jump through. I know we don't say that about High Point because it looks like a Twinkie on a stick, but still. High Point making a jump. That was another one.
Yeah.
And then Rossi came out with the Brawler, which, Mark, you love, correct? The thing's amazing. I still need to get one of them.
Yep.
But yeah. So.
Well, yeah, man, for me, I guess I've been pretty fortunate. I've had, quite a few, new guns, firearms, both pistol and rifles since shut down, and I've not had any trouble, and they've been all different price ranges. So I don't know if I've just been lucky or what. I've heard stories of, some other stuff. Probably, I guess there's, some ammo that I've had a little trouble with here and there, but a lot of new ammo companies, basically kind of coming out or whatever, that has, I'm been shooting some of their stuff, and it's been running great. So, man, that's I've just been real fortunate, I guess. I've not had any of those issues. So, but yeah, one thing I can say kind of along the lines with Bubba and, some people out on the side chat is optics. Man, seems like optics are, kind of growing with leaps and bounds, with scopes, LPVOs, dots and stuff. You can really get something really nice and really clear, and not have to spend a whole lot of money, which is, that's definitely, a plus. So anyway, before we go on to anything else, I'd like to ask Jamie if you'd mind calling out all these wonderful folks out here on the side chat, and what would you guys like to have it typed in?
How about Aero?
Yeah.
AERO. M. Gabriel said, I thought Aero and Ballistic Advantage were supposed to be good. I thought so too. And there's DJ Play Nice already. And Pat in the Bunker. All these guys are in the side chat and the panel. Tommy Boy's out there. Alaska One Andy, Tactical Bud, Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy, Gizzard Gary, M. Gabriel Woods, and I've caught up. There's Abigail and Garage Guy 879, Tim S. I'm keeping up with y'all tonight.
It's that nice big monitor.
Yeah, man. It's blowing my wig. There's Dale Pogue, Boomstick 22 LR, Guns and Barbecue. Oh, that's him putting in for the Dwayne 7834, Jacob S. What's going on? Ron 2A Matters. And I want to get to Miss Abigail's question up there about 3030. So what would y'all be willing to spend on a Marlin 336 and 3030 that has the front sight broken off? It can be repaired, and I can't find any for sale used besides this. Honey, I can fix that for you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
I think that's like a 30-second fix. See, depends on the barrel.
Or you put a scope on it.
Yeah.
But I still like that front sight there.
Yeah.
The question was the price, though. So, I mean, depending on the condition,
My area, 5 beans or less would be good.
Yeah, 500, 400 beans, something like that.
That ain't doable. That's a rare bird nowadays. I think if you, if you can get one between, let's say if you could find one for 5.5, you should probably get it.
Yeah. No doubt.
And if it's, of course, that condition is everything. But yeah, $600, 600 doll hairs woods is about right. And that's the older ones with the JM stamps.
So Marlin 336, right? That's what it was.
Yeah. Abigail, if the guy told you to make him an offer, start at about $350, $400 and work up. Because you are going to have to buy a front sight or an optic. So these are things that, and you need to look at the barrel. Tommy Boy can do this better than me. Rifles, if you got a loaded cartridge, a live round, you can take and stick it in the end of the barrel and see how far it goes down. If it goes down all the way to the brass, don't buy that gun unless you're willing to put a barrel
on. Well, that's a good, easy test for people.
Yeah, definitely do the cartridge test.
Yeah, you definitely want to slug that barrel. I ran into several Mosins where I've done exactly what Jamie and everybody has said, and I've had to walk away from probably at least half a dozen Mosins that look good on the outside, cycled really nice, but nope, the crown and they would have had to been counterboard, and yeah, they just man, they looked like looked like a swamp on the inside. It just lived in there for about 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Well,
milsurps are a different animal too than what we're talking about. A 336 lever actions hunting gun that might get shot 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, it's just that end there, right? Especially with something that wasn't shooting anything corrosive out of it. If that bullet can go all the way through, oof, not good.
Yeah.
And he might have shot it recently, but the cartridge test is to check and see if the rifling's still if it's still worth a darn.
Yeah, see, and I think Pat will agree, why this is such a great idea, especially with mill search, is because your barrel starts wearing out from the muzzle and from the chamber, and they wear this way, wearing it. So that's why slugging a barrel may not be the greatest idea when you're going to look. Of course, a guy selling a gun ain't gonna let you put a piece of lead, beat it through the barrel. That just ain't gonna happen. But you can take that loaded round and stick it in there, and depending on where it hits that barrel, where that bullet stops sinking down in there, it's going to tell you a lot. If you slug the barrel, what you're going to get at the other end is the smallest constriction of the barrel, but the barrel will wear from both ends toward the middle.
Yeah,
and that's why the a go no go gauge may be a good thing too, or a loaded round sticking in the muzzle.
You know, that would be a cool keychain to have, like a cool utility keychain to have all different types of calibers, like up to the certain point, so that you just pull it off, like, all right, let's slug this barrel. Is a 44 caliber? Yeah, right here. Click. That actually, you know what? That actually sounds like a pretty good idea. Actually, I think we might have. Guys, want to make a keychain?
Yeah.
You guys want to make a keychain? Make a little bit of money on Amazon real quick.
No, I totally agree on that, Jamie. Yeah, because and there was another question out there, and I'll answer it real quick. All the Mosins I have are not counterboard. I got pretty lucky with all of them, but that doesn't mean they're not bad either. If they're counterboard, that doesn't mean they're not bad. It just means that, just like what Jamie was saying, you know, just on anything, you know, it starts at the very front of the gun and at the very end of the gun on where they're going to start wearing out. So that's going to be your very quick and easy find on a gun, whether it's been shot out, whether it's been abused or anything like that. So no, totally agree with you, Jamie.
Awesome. Well, guys, don't forget to get your hashtags in, HBN83 tonight, and the giveaway for that will be the Skinny Blue Knife. And we're going to go ahead and do the month of May giveaway here. I'm going to show what we have here. And so if you don't know about our monthly giveaway, I've done this from the very beginning, I believe the first video. And anyway, anytime, if you're subscribed, you have to be subscribed to the channel, Hillbilly Up. But if you are subscribed and you comment on any of the videos, I want to win. As long as that's in your comment somewhere, then I take your name, I write it down, and I put check marks by it. Yep. And so we end up with something like this. And so about the middle of the following month, we do a spin of the wheel here with all those numbers on it, and the numbers matches, you know, people's names for how many entries they got. And anyway, and then we do a giveaway. And so this month we're going to be doing a black t-shirt with Hillbilly Up Make Someone's Day Better on it. And now this is a 2X. So when I pre-order these, it's kind of hard to know what, I mean, I can't just afford to get all different sizes. So anyway, we get in the 2Xs, and if you win and you're like, well, that 2X is just never going to fit me or whatever, then you can go ahead and get a Skinny Blue Knife instead. So anyway, without further delay, let's go ahead and bring that wheel up. And even though it's too late tonight to enter this giveaway, but you can always enter the next month's giveaway. And so one good thing about that, say if there's 10 videos put out that month and you comment on all 10 of those videos, I'd like to win or I want to win. Some people says, I am the winner, but something in that order. And then your name goes down and you get a mark beside it for every comment. And so let's give this thing a shuffle. We have 89 entries. So we'll shuffle this thing up, shuffle it again. Let's go one more time. And that way the numbers are all mixed up there. And let's give this thing a spin and see who wins tonight. $80. It was really close there, 10 and 80. So let me look here and see who 80 is. All right. So as you can see here, the numbers 77 through 84 belongs to Fluffy 10 millimeter Jeep guy. So you do have to be present. I seen him out there a while ago, just a few seconds ago, matter of fact. So Fluffy, are you here, buddy?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I picked a bad time to go to the restroom if he did. He just commented a minute ago. Not even a minute ago.
He might have went to pee. Give him 30 seconds. do 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 do. We might actually get banned for plagiarism. I better not do the full song there. There he is.
There we go.
All right, Fluffy says, thanks. I'll take the blue knife. I'm not getting a 2X over my New York head. All righty, buddy. So make sure you send me an email with your mailing address and name on that, and I'll get that sent to you, buddy. Let me go ahead and write this down real quick. All right. I got you written down here, buddy. So give me a email and I'll get that sent right out to you, brother. Congratulations. And so here in about 15, 20 minutes or so, we are going to be doing the giveaway for the Skinny Blue Knife. So get your hashtag in for that. And let's go ahead and find another topic here. Take this one off. So we were let's see, where'd it go? Hang on a second. Oh, okay, here we are. Okay. So we did the 3 favorite songs here a few weeks ago, and then we moved over to 3 favorite movies. And last week we did the 70s, I'm pretty sure. And so that puts us at, hey, Moondog, good to see you back, buddy.
Back into my
You're
studio.
moving all around that house, aren't you? Oh, no, he froze up again. Doggone it.
No!
Ah.
He just got back.
There you are. Okay, you're good now.
He back.
I don't know what's going on over at Casa.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Moondog. Oh. He gone.
You got some internet gangsters stealing his internet.
There he is
maybe.
again. Okay. Yep. Now he's fine.
No internet free. Batman strikes again.
Yeah.
I am the Wi-Fi. I just killed Pat.
Alrighty. So anyway, we had did the 3 favorite movies. We started back in the 60s or so. And anyway, we're up to the 80s now. So what's 3 favorite movies of the 80s? And Moondog, we'll just start with you and go around the other direction. And we'll try to keep it to 3, and then after everybody gets a chance, then we can always do a honorable mentions. So
No worries. Hopefully, I don't drop out again. But 3 favorite movies: Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Gallipoli.
Good ones. Jumped in strong right off the bat, man. Good stuff.
It's rare to hear somebody say Gallipoli. I mean, for real. That's a lesser known film right there. And if you haven't checked it out, it's great.
Mel Gibson. It was one of the first movies.
No.
He's just thinking real hard. He froze up. He's thinking. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
It was one of the first movies that made me cry. I mean, it's a movie. Was it set in World War One or World War One, and it was just the.
Oh no.
What, he gets seconds, and then he's delayed too.
It's like watching MTV after it rolls over to midnight. Like you're trying really hard to hear and see what's going on, but it just keeps. Am I the only one that? All right, I'm gonna shut up.
No, I know what you're talking about, Bubba.
DJ looked at the camera like, Bubba, don't reveal.
All right, Bubba, it is your turn. All
right, you know what? I'll actually go. All right. So, top 3 movies, and these are no-brainers, actually. The Lost Boys, Outsiders. And this last one's hard because it's between 2. So I feel like I got to give an honorable mention here. But it's between Stand By Me and The Terminator.
2 totally different movies, though, too, brother.
I know. I love all 4 of them. I can't put it in a top 3 because they're all equal to me. But The Lost Boys was one of my favorite movies. I loved I don't remember what it was from, but it's it's one that they start quoting Bible scripture or whatever with the vampires, at the very end of the movie or whatnot. And Michael Keaton gets impaled, which, by the way, not Michael Keaton, but not Donald. Oh my God, Keith Sutherland's dad, Donald Sutherland, just died recently. So best wishes for his family. But Keith Sutherland had just been impaled or whatever, and they start singing that song "Thou Shalt Not" or whatever. That music in the background stuck with me my entire life as a kid. I have no idea why, and that movie just stuck with me forever. So that was an easy number 1. Outsiders, always loved it. Always loved the idea of greasers versus the rich people. I always liked that stuff. And Stand By Me was just absolutely hilarious. But Terminator, I mean, come on, man! It was Arnold's first movie. It's hard not to put that in the top 3, but Stand By Me, Terminator, I was it's hard to pick.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Abby lists another 3 that I it's hard to put in there too, and I can't even say them now.
We'll get to honorable mentions, so don't worry about that. So, Mark Thomas, how about you, brother?
Well, some of my best ones have already been taken, but
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's go with Nightmare on Elm Street. Field of Dreams.
That was a good one. I did like that one.
And did anybody say Back to the Future yet?
No.
Nope.
All yours. Matter of fact, claim the other 2. Claim it. They go together. Claim it. Just say Back to the Future series.
Great movies.
Yeah, and
Marty.
we have somebody new to this stream. At least I've not seen them before. Chuck Quizmo said thing about another movie that you should watch. The Thing. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
one.
I like the original black and white one the most. Sorry, but it's just me.
We got Walker out there. He sent me a text message before the show started and said he's ready to come on, but he had some friends drop by to wish him happy birthday. So happy birthday, Walter.
Oh,
Man, Ozzy comes in with a hammer right there, man.
man, Garage Guy got 3 good ones.
Yeah, he did.
Caddyshack, Wrath of Khan. Woo.
Yeah. So, Pat, we're up to you, buddy.
Even though it was the second iteration, Night of the Living Dead from the 60s. It got redid in the 80s. Love that one. Since nobody had taken that one. And I know I'm going to get some hate for this one, but I got to go with Top Gun.
I'm not saying a word.
Because
No hate from here.
you feel a need for speed.
Yes,
Heck
because
yeah.
I feel the need for speed.
Classic movie.
Yes. Awesome. High five.
High five.
And man, I got to go with Moondog on this one, even though I got to go with Breakfast Club. I got to repeat one of his because man, I love that movie. Don't know why, but it's good movie.
Yeah. And I'll just say this about that movie. You know, of course, a lot of great actors and actresses, you know, from that movie. But at first I thought, man, this is going to be a terrible movie, you know. I mean, they're all stuck in, you know, whatever you call it, detention or whatever. And I was like, how can this get any better? And it did. So, DJ, we'll go right on over to you, brother.
Every decade is going to be difficult. It's getting more and more difficult when these films start to be ones that it was my own money that took me there, or a date was sitting next to me kind of thing. Be all end all 80s movie for me, Blues Brothers. Absolutely Blues Brothers. Aliens, not the first one from the 70s, but Aliens. That was just incredible. And Purple Rain. So 2 of them that are music related. Absolutely.
We got D-Webs out there. Thank you, buddy. So DJ, since you brought up Blues Brothers, there's a lot of great quotes, but I wonder, can you quote my favorite line out of that movie?
I hate Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis.
I'll give you a hint. They're sitting in the car underneath the bridge.
We're on a mission from God.
That's a good one too. But no, he's talking about it's 500 miles to Chicago. It's dark. We're wearing sunglasses.
And we got a pack of cigarettes or something.
Pack of cigarettes.
We've got a half a pack of cigarettes, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it!
There's so many good quotes from that, but that one I lost it when they said that.
Oh man, it's perfect. Perfect.
So, did you get all 3 years in there, DJ?
Yeah, I did, but I got a lot of honorable mentions for when we close this out.
I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't for sure.
Yeah, we got a bunch waiting.
Jamie, we'll jump up to you, buddy.
Well, I'm going to do what y'all expect of me. Number 1, Pale Rider.
Good one.
Number 2, Silverado.
Oh,
Number 3, The Long Riders.
man. Oh, man. That was some good stuff right there, man. Yeah, that's watching Pale Rider in the theater. I remember that day, and
Remember, he was a preacher.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah, good stuff, buddy. And we used to love to sit down. I mean, it's kind of well, I don't know if all these were 80s, but you like a weekday, maybe it's rain or weekend, maybe it's raining or whatever. Love to put Silverado and play that because that's a long one, and then Lonesome Dove that take up dang near an entire day watching those two movies. So good stuff. So Gary, how about you, brother?
Well, you know me, I always love a good comedy. And strangely enough, I'm going to come up with 3 that I haven't heard or seen anybody name so far.
I go for it.
But we're going to start with Airplane.
Let's go.
It's a classic, one of the most quoted movies ever.
Oh yeah.
Secondly, one movie I and my dad both watched and laughed our fool heads off at, and that was Naked Gun. And then third, just because I got a little bit of an honor streak, I'm going to have to go with Porky's.
Oh
yeah. No doubt about that. That was that was another one that was just.
I'm amazed I'm going last, and I still come up with 3 unique movies. That doesn't happen often. So
Don't worry, Gary. Just wait.
Oh, I know you'll clean up after me, but at least I got mine in. So
Now, see, here's what's going to happen. So me and DJ are going to do 10. That's what my plan is. All right. After Hillbilly does his, I'm going to do 10, and DJ's going to do 10, and we're just going to stop there. We're not going to keep it on all night because we could.
I gotta say, the '80s was a great decade for movies. There's so many that didn't get named that should be here.
So that I think that's what we're going to do. You okay with that, Hillbilly?
What's that?
Me list 10, and then DJ list 10 after you finish, and then we're just good with that. We'll just drop it.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people who could list 10 too. I was thinking we'll probably come back with honorable mentions after we do the giveaway. That way, we're getting close to the bottom of the hour, and so I know some people probably want to get to bed, and so I was sitting there trying to just think of some. The side chat in the panel has named so many good movies that like. I'm just kind of trying to think of a few that had not been named. Cocktails, Tom Cruise. I mean, it wasn't the best one, but it was a decent show. And then Stand By Me, which I think Bubba, you mentioned it or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember or not. But was Boogie Nights, was that in the 80s or 70s?
Not sure.
that might
I
I
would
wasn't
say
sure
it's
if it-
early 80s.
Yeah, I thought it might be in the 80s. That was another one that I hadn't heard that.
97's what I saw when I looked.
Oh, 97 is that late? Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah,
I'm way
Boogie
off.
Nights. Yeah.
Well, time flies when you're having fun, I guess. So, but we're going to come back, the panel and the side chat, and think of some other great movies, honorable mentions that have not been given yet, and Chuck comes through the Roadhouse, another one. I mean, there's so many of them out there. Wow.
You know, Hillbilly, I'm really surprised about a couple of movies, especially with this crew and this crowd. Die Hard isn't listed yet.
Dang
Let's see
it!
what else. Scarface, Full Metal
Stop it.
Jacket, Full
Hey,
Metal Jacket.
hey, we're not doing the 10 yet. We're not doing the 10. We got stop it.
Alrighty.
We got to do the giveaway.
If you're not entered in the giveaway, we'll give you just a few seconds, maybe a minute, to get entered. So, hashtag HBN for Hillbilly Nation 83, and the giveaway tonight is the skinny blue knife, which I guess you probably can't see me up there in the corner, but anyway, I think a lot of people seen the skinny blue knife at one time or another. So okay, Jacob S just got his hashtag in. Boomstick, okay. We'll give you guys Dale, okay. We'll give you all just a few seconds more. So Bubba,
What sounded like a trap set falling out the back of a van.
So Bubba,
Yeah.
would you like to do countdown or something here and let me know when to get this thing a big spin?
I would love to. All right. 5, 4, 83, 82, 81, and go. Like how I did that, since it's 83. What the
Oh my
Double winner.
goodness!
Nice.
This guy
That's a
got
double whammy.
I mean,
I mean, the thing he won was the skinny blue knife earlier. I mean, he can get 2.
Yep.
Does Fluffy want 2 though?
Well,
Dual
I
wielding.
mean,
Come on, schnicked.
that's like even getting above Travis T territory right there. I mean, that's a step above, 2 in the same night.
Oh, look what he says out there. Fluffy say, "Do it again, Hillbilly."
Do it again.
Oh, there he is. Okay, I was trying to watch it. Okay, he says, "Do it again." Well,
Yep, I'll do it again.
everybody tell Fluffy, thank you. Very nice of you, brother. And then when somebody in Fluffy's family takes a skinny blue knife, he'll be thinking, "Dang, man." All right, give her another spin.
Kind of like my wife.
Ting.
Argarager.
Congratulations, buddy.
There he goes.
He kidnapped Sylphie.
Plot twist. Fluffy wins again. Now Agorizer wins. That's hilarious.
Plot twist. Fluffy wins again.
With the
But
what?
then he goes, "What?" Well, Agorizer, you can thank Fluffy for that. Awesome. So, buddy, send me an email at hillbillyup@gmail.com and give me the name and address you'd like that sent to. And that's awesome. Oh, man. So I got you written down here. So now, I know we're going to do some honorable mentions. Does anybody need to get out of here before we start with that? We'll go ahead and let you do yours. I know some people's got to get up for church and stuff like that. Fluffy, Fluffy, you need to go get some lottery tickets, brother. That'd be Fluffy 10mm 2 Jeep guy. Two of them. So, Jamie
shall I
or
go?
Moondog, I know you guys most usually need to get out of here.
Go ahead, Jamie.
That's right. You went first last week, right? And I just want to say thank y'all for having me. It's been a blast. I always enjoy spending time with you guys, but I do live on the East Coast and it gets late way earlier than I want. And I do have church tomorrow, and I encourage y'all to go. Check us out Friday nights at 8 o'clock on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel. And I just love Hillbilly's message. Try to make somebody's day or week better. And, I need to thank Bubba for covering for me earlier. You know what I'm talking about. Thanks, brother.
You're welcome.
See y'all. Thanks for having me, guys. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend.
All right. You got another movie or anything you want to shout out before you jump out of here?
That one I mentioned, Long Riders. Do y'all know that one about the? It's really about Jesse and Frank James and the great Minnesota. Young Guns was in the 80s too. Y'all remember that one?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yep. I know which one you're talking about, Jamie.
Yeah, I've seen it,
You
but can't
do?
recall.
oh, another one that y'all. Tom Horn. Do y'all know Tom Horn's story?
Yep.
That's kind of brutal. So if you
Yeah.
don't know who Tom Horn is, or if you hadn't seen that movie, check it out. You'll be fascinated. And other than that, man, I'm done. I
All right, buddy.
appreciate every one of y'all, and thanks for having me.
Thank
night.
you, Jamie, so much for being here. Appreciate it. You have a good evening, buddy.
Again, Jamie.
You too.
And if you're not already subscribed to JH586, make sure you go there, check out his channel and subscribe. Great guy. And also the Georgia Shooting Connection, which is every Friday night. And then Friday night's a great way to start the weekend because you got Georgia Shooting Connection and you got Gizzard Gary's Foul Territory, and then you got Gun Websites, two-a weekly wrap up. And so, great stuff. And also Saturday nights, because you guys are here. You got Brick Cheney comes on right before this show, and there's so many shows and great stuff throughout the week and the weekend. So if you're looking, if you got an evening through some evening, you're like, man, I'd like to watch somebody's live show. Be sure and ask somebody because there's so many of them out there. A lot of great stuff. So anyway, Moondog, we'll go ahead and let you go next.
Absolutely. So hopefully I don't freeze up, but here is what I am giving away tomorrow night on my Airsoft Q&A live stream. This is a Athlon Talos spotting scope. It's a 20 to 60 by 80 millimeter, or sorry, it's a 20 to, yeah, I was right, 20 to 60 by 80 millimeter, and it's being given away by OSS, Outdoor Sporting Solutions. So they're going to be donating it to the winner. So all you have to do is just go to moondogindustries.com/contest, and there's complete details. So there's still time to enter that contest, so you can win one just like this.
Yeah,
And
that's a sweet spotting scope. I already entered.
and there's still tickets available for Operation Bad Blood, as I'm hopefully didn't was able to communicate when I think of this, that the charity airsoft event that I'm doing in Pennsylvania, that Mark's going to be part of. There's still tickets available over the weekend. I think they're going to be closing out this week, but there's still time to join the fun and help out a great charity.
That's awesome. Yeah, and if you're in that area, make sure to support that. It's great fundraiser for a good cause. So anyway, thank you very much, Moondog. Any other movies you want to shout out before you jump out of here? You got one or two?
Yeah. I mean, how could I forget? Empire Strikes Back came out. Indiana Jones, Blade Runner. Just there's great sci-fi, great sci-fi times, and there were a bunch of like some. I remember it was still like cable time, like was on TV and HBO, and they would just play these great films over and over again. Some of them were like that's where I saw Gallipoli actually was on cable, and of course Mad Max 2, which was I think still one of the best Mad Maxes that came out at that period. So great period for sci-fi. So all right, folks, good to see you. And I'll try to like Mark. I'm gonna try to get on the chat, but I'm gonna be so wiped after after Saturday. I don't know if I'll be able to be coherent.
Alrighty. Well, you guys have a wonderful time up there and stay safe, and we appreciate you for everything, Moondog.
All right, everybody. Have a good
night. See you Friday,
buddy.
Later on. Go easy.
Guys, if you don't know Moondog channels, Moondog Go, we've got Moondog Industry and Moondog there's another one with like gadgets and stuff like that. All three great channels. So go there and subscribe and check him out. And I want to shout out Agorizer there. He did $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. And then we also had Pat in the Bunker throughout 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Pat. I appreciate that, brother. Oh, man. That is great. And if you did get a membership and you've not been a VIP yet, I'll let you know we do a live show for VIPs only every Tuesday night at 8:30 Central. So make sure you join us for that. We try to have just a wonderful time in there. And so, oh, man, we got some more movies you guys want to throw out there. So
So I had another idea.
What's that?
If DJ is amicable to it and you're amicable to it, okay? We're gonna duel this. All right. All right. So DJ, this is what we're gonna do. All right, you ready? Are you ready for that, DJ? All right, this is what we're gonna do. All right. So what it's gonna be is I'm gonna list the movie. DJ, you list the movie. We're gonna go for 10. All right. And then once we hit 10, musicals. Only musicals. We can only list musicals. Whoever fouls up first loses. But whoever loses doesn't matter. It's just for fun. And if DJ loses, I'm sending him a knife.
Oh, cool.
Because one, I just love the man. The man is great. I love him.
He is, isn't he?
The man is great. So this is just for fun. Just one. I thought it would be interesting. You know, nice little closer for this little segment. Plus, it's 80s movies, and I'm pretty sure we could find quite a few, at least music related, once we get through these. So the first 2 easy ones that I was going to say, I'm not going to say. I'm going to save them off to the side, and I think you know which ones they are. DJ.
Well, can I add something before you guys do this, Bubba?
As long as they don't involve kicking off your Sunday shoes.
Yes. So I think this is a great idea and going to be a lot of fun. But I think before you guys start this, that Gary, Mark, and Pat needs at least 2 honorable mentions apiece.
Go for it.
That way, it's going to make it harder on them.
All right.
So Mark, I'll kick it off.
Mark.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think Gary should go first.
Mark?
I think Gary should go first because he doesn't watch that many movies. So I think Gary should go first for the first 2. It's all fair, right? Just being honest, because Gary doesn't watch that many movies. Not to distract from you, Mark. I'm sorry if it seems that way, but Gary doesn't watch that many movies. I think it's more fair for him to get his 2 in. And
All
then move
right,
on.
Gary, you got a couple?
And you're muted if you're trying to talk. He might have fell asleep. Mark, he might have pulled a you.
Well, might be. I'll tell you what. I was going to chase Jamie out the door, but I hung around just to hear Bubba's list. So I'm not even gonna get in this. I'm gonna let him go ahead and go.
Okay. All
So,
right.
Pat, real quick, you got a couple you want to mention?
Yes. Maximum Overdrive and Christine.
Okay. All right. Those weren't on my first team anyway. So we're good there. All
I
right.
love automobile movies.
All right, DJ, are you ready?
By the time I get all the buttons punched in there, yes, I do. So, like, trying to come up with an honorable mention like this, I've already mentioned it, so I'll just go ahead and I'll stick with that one. Full Metal Jacket, a movie that makes top 3 lists, and if it isn't topped out at number 1
Okay.
of war movies of any decade, kind of thing. So that's where I'm sitting.
All right. Weird Science.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
Kelly LeBrock.
That's 1-1. Your turn.
Oh, Heathers.
Another decent movie, and I will challenge that with The Never Ending Story.
Okay.
Upon storming the castle.
Scarface.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Bill Durham.
I can go with that. Caddyshack.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Risky Business.
Summer Rental.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So comedy. Oh, I want to save this for music though. Oh wow, you trapped me. That's oh man. Oh, Fight Club.
Spaceballs.
Heat.
Big. Tom Hanks.
Big.
Big.
Okay, Big. Now getting to the swing of some of my favorite comedies. Friday.
Oh, okay. All right. Stripes.
Clerks.
Let's see.
He's struggling.
Escape from New York.
Okay. All right.
Snake Plissken.
I get to stick with Kevin Smith movies, and I get to say Mallrats.
Okay. Let's see. Big Trouble in Little China.
Good action flick. I come back with another Kevin Smith, Dogma. And Woods is out there, so that's for you, Woods.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Big Lebowski.
Ooh. No,
Mystic Pizza.
Dazed and Confused. And I got another Richard Linklater that'll follow that one.
One Crazy Summer.
Slacker.
Teen Wolf.
Men in Black.
Cyborg. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Fifth Element. Bruce Willis.
Oh!
And Lilu. Yep.
Red Dawn, the original. The
Goodfellas.
good one.
Goodfellas. Better.
Das Boot.
Ooh, a submarine movie? You're going to try and trump me with a submarine movie. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well then do I get to get... Oh, I don't want to... Do I lose if it's not in the right decade?
It doesn't... Yes, it has to be the 80s. We're doing only 80s.
Oh, my.
We're actually starting to run out of well-known... I'm starting listing movies.
It don't have to be a submarine movie, though, does it?
No, it don't. It does not. It does not.
But I'm trying
I know this
to
one.
eke it out. It's like red, and I can't get it out, Bubba. I can't. So I'll drop off of that one, and I'll say Train Spotting. That's a heavy one.
Okay. The Dogs of War.
6 Degrees of Separation.
Fat Man and the Little Boy.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
War Games.
Did I say Drugstore Cowboy?
Nope.
No.
You did now.
I did
You
now.
just did. Birdie.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people haven't seen that one. How about one that a lot of people haven't seen in this? Akira. You should have gotten that one first, Bubba.
Yep, that one I have seen, but I didn't want to do anime in this one. But okay. Tetsuo, the original Iron Man.
Okay. That damn good. After Hours. And if you haven't seen After Hours, you got to check that one out.
If anyone hasn't seen this movie, you need to see it. Uncommon Valor, Gene Hackman.
That's a good one. It really is. And
Yep.
so is, if you could sit through the whole damn thing and it was worthwhile, The Right Stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Good movie.
Southern Comfort.
Jim Beam.
That was good. That was good. And like Moondog was saying, one of those early cable movies that we caught, like I wouldn't have seen that in the theater, but I did then. Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
You haven't said that one.
Yeah,
That one counts.
Great.
First Blood.
Damn, Sam.
Come on, buddy.
Come on.
Come on. Pick it up.
I don't want to double, and I got like two things that are stuck in my head. Wait a minute. Bubba, did you say if I don't win, I get a knife?
No, you have to try.
Have you guys done 10 yet, Fees?
Oh, we're way past 10. We just
way
kept
past
going.
10.
You're running musicals after 10.
We're done past that. We're just having fun with it now.
Oh, but like, okay, time out. We need a ruling on the field. Hillbilly, do we move on from the 10 and into the music and go sudden death with this one?
I think you should do musicals.
Okay, now Bubba, since
Bubba
you introduced
called
that,
out.
we're not going to be able to repeat anything that's been said, right? So I kind of already knocked out 3 of my top ones. No repeats, right?
Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Age before beauty. I'll say. I want to say Purple Rain again, but I can't. Okay, I'll go with the obscure ones. Chorus Line. That's Broadway,
Footloose.
baby.
Footloose. That
Cotton
was
Club.
all about music and dancing.
Was that
You're right.
80s?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely. Cotton Club. Hello, Jazz.
Mm. And this one only counts because of who is in it. Labyrinth.
Hold on a second. You're going to call Bowie being in a movie that's a sci-fi
Bowie was
fantasy?
in it, and he did all
I got it. Time out. I got a whistle over there. I got a disco whistle. I'll go grab it, Bubba. We need a ruling on the field or the panel. Does Labyrinth count as a music movie?
Bowie was in it.
Negative.
You're right.
I don't think that'd be a musical.
That's like saying Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
Okay. Well, then, how about this? I will give you a pass on that one just because it's like a tete-a-tete kind of thing. It's a head-to-head.
Yeah.
Go ahead with another one. If Labyrinth does not count, what do you got, Bubba?
He's done. He's out. He's gone. He's done.
He can tag me. I got one.
You tag in all these rules being okay. I'll fly with that one. Do you have
Come on,
one
Bubba.
for
That was the
sir?
idea to do 10 and go to musicals, and
I don't know if I could do 10.
Oh, that one didn't count. Then yeah, I'm out.
All right.
did you have,
La-la-la-la,
what was your
La
next
Bamba.
one?
I'm sorry to stomp over you, Hillbilly. What were you saying?
Yep.
I just asked him, Bubba, what was his next musical then? Tim
Oh
Allen?
no, I was out. I was out after that. I wanted to see who was going to get Footloose first. To be honest.
Right on. So I'm going to end it with La Bamba.
La Bamba.
And if you want another Bowie movie that is absolutely more musical than that, Absolute Beginners. Got the soundtrack. That was fun, Bubba. That was really fun, man. I enjoyed that. I hope everybody else did too. But we got to
You're
pass
still
it back
getting
to
the
somebody
knife, by
else.
the way. You're still
Side
getting
Cats throwing out musicals left and right out there.
And say we've got a Madonna flick or two out there. You forgot, I'm sure.
Desperately seeking
I
Susan.
ignore
Who's that
woman
girl?
even exists.
Yeah,
I
that's
ignore
good.
that she even exists.
Woof.
When you said musicals, I thought we were going to go ahead. We were going to have to do adaptations of like Broadway productions. Like I saved one up just in case. Annie. Like I thought we were going to have to do that stuff. Chorus Line. I'm just like, oh no.
Mamma Mia
Cheers.
wasn't 80s, so was it?
Don't believe
No.
so.
No, it was. They did a remake in the 70s, but there wasn't one in the 80s, and then the original was in. There was one in 40s, 50s, and 60s.
And there was a dearth of hip hop movies. I mean, we talked about, and okay, Prince, Purple Rain might not count within that, but like Crush Groove was in there. There was some Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. There were like a couple of different ones in there that were from that part of the spectrum. They were really good.
And I do realize that the side chat was trying their best to throw names out at me. I was considering that cheating, so I didn't want to use them. But I do appreciate the sentiment.
G-Webs comes in and breaking.
Shock Treatment. If nobody's
Yep.
seen that, that's an obscure movie. But
Shock Treatment.
Shock Treatment is kind of a follow-up to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, wow. I did not
Check
know
it out.
that. I haven't
sometime.
watched it.
Yes.
Who wrote it?
Hmm?
Do you know who wrote it?
Let me see here.
Oh no, you're cool. I'm going to check that out. Shock Treatment, because if
Anyway,
you're saying it
Shock
has anything to do with like a relationship
It's
to RHPF,
generally considered a sequel to
right on.
Rocky
Anyway.
Horror. Who wrote it?
Garage
Let's
guy,
see.
absolutely right.
Richard O'Brien, Jim Sharman are the writers.
Yep. Same ones. That's the guy who played Riff Raff. The first guy.
I still wanted them to make a movie based on the Dark Tower series from Stephen King, the one that led up to The Stand. I wanted them so badly for them books to be made into a movie and just progressively go through that. That would have done way better than Tolkien. Tolkien can suck a road spike.
Garage Guy comes out with Heavy Metal, and Chuck
Oh.
comes out with Crybaby. Oh, man, I forgot about
Ooh.
Crybaby.
That's reaching in. That's deep in there. Streets of Fire. That was one where it had a couple of songs from the soundtrack that made it survive past the first couple of weeks of release. Not that great a movie, though.
I think Mark wants to kill me because I said something bad about Tolkien.
Oh, Little Shop of Horrors came out in the 80s, too.
Yeah, I did.
There you
didn't
go.
it?
Oh, there's
And-
another print.
I was just going to say one movie I didn't see tonight that I thought was a pretty good movie at the time was Vision Quest.
That is good. And that soundtrack is awesome.
That's a
Bought
great
that on cassette and
soundtrack.
wore it out. Yep, absolutely. Shoot.
I can't look at Vision Quest the same after the fact that I've watched all the series and seasons of Archer. And there's one episode called Vision Quest where they're trapped in an elevator with each other. And it ends up getting all chaotic. And at the very end, there's just like, oh, this was the stupid meeting. We were supposed to be tested to see how we could handle each other in confined space. And it's like, no, we was going to watch Vision Quest together. So now I cannot look at a copy of Vision Quest the same because they're all naked in the elevator, just fighting each other out as savages. And then she mentioned, I cannot look at Vision Quest the same now.
Well,
I've never even heard of that series. I'll have to check out that episode, man. Thanks for that.
Oh,
thanks,
that's great.
thanks to Vision Quest, I found a band and a song that I absolutely loved, off that soundtrack, and it was Lunatic Fringe.
Red Rider.
Yep.
Mhm.
Red Rider.
I know you're out there.
But yeah, Mark, did you want to kill me because I said something bad about Tolkien? Okay. He was just like, right when I said Tolkien could suck a road spike.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
I thought of another Prince movie. He had a couple that were after Purple Rain that were absolute bombs, and one of them was Under the Cherry Moon. The only thing good about any of the movies that came after Purple Rain is there's some good Prince songs in them. That's it.
All right. Well, Pat had to go, I guess, and I didn't see the private chat. And I think, Mark, you see you had to go too?
yeah, I'm
Or
going
you-
to check out.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I'm going to hit
Take care,
the
Mark.
We got to get up early tomorrow, so have a good one. Thanks, everybody. Been a great night, great side chat, awesome, awesome content tonight. Great movies. Have a great weekend, great week. Take care.
Thank you very
No
much,
problem, man.
Mark, for being here,
Take care,
buddy.
Mark.
Have a good weekend. And since they're jumping off, guys, if you don't and not subscribe to Mark Thomas or Pat in the Bunker, go and check out their channels and subscribe to them. Both great channels. And so, was Josie and the Pussycats in the 80s?
I think that feels like it almost straddles the decade, so I can't say. If Foss was here,
Yeah, I
he'd
don't
absolutely know. He'd
I
just
feel
be
like
like,
that's like early 90s. I think it's like 91.
no,
Hold on.
really?
Hold on.
I don't know.
I don't think it was that late, man.
So before this started, Gizzard, I didn't see your private chat. You said you'd be right back. Before they started their duel there, I was going to give everybody else a chance to name a few other movies. And did you, besides what you've already said, you got any other ones?
I don't know what all got named out there, to tell you the truth. Some of them, well, I've got, for example, I have all the Lethal Weapon series on Blu-ray, so those all came out in the 80s, I believe. Somebody did mention Die Hard, I know that. So, gosh, so many movies in the 80s. And yeah, everybody likes to say Gizzards never saw any movies. Well, you'd be amazed how many I have seen, too. But more in the earlier 80s and stuff like that. But yeah, I could sit and make a list, and I'd be doing it on 2 or 3 pieces of paper. Just is great. The late 70s, early 80s were a great time.
By the way, it was 70 to 72 was Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay. I came up with a few that I got written down here. And I was going to see if you guys it was going to do them to that duel or side chat. And I don't remember these being said. So I'm going to throw these out there. So got Rain Man.
Wasn't mentioned. Good one.
Great Outdoors, John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. E.T.
Oh.
The Shining.
How did we miss E.T. and Shining?
Sam.
I don't know. And Beetlejuice was another one, but Chuck just named it. But I mean, we had Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah.
And Princess Bride.
You know, technically Beetlejuice could have been a musical because they did have Shake Shake Sonora in it. I mean, technically there was a musical number. Hold on, there was a musical number. I could have said that one.
6 foot, 8 foot, 7 foot.
Run! May I come down? I can't. I better not sing that because we're going to get copyright strike if I keep on saying.
So was
I'm singing songs here.
Anybody else a big fan of that silly movie Princess Bride?
Yeah,
I mean, love the movie. I don't like Carrie Elwes anymore.
You don't like who?
I don't like Carrie Elwes anymore. He's very anti-gun.
Yeah, I was just talking about a movie. But the deal about when they were passing the glass of poison back and forth.
Yep.
Well, I know, when I was looking, you would have switched mine. So, and that deal, I switched yours because I already know that you would have done that. So I switched them again. Whatever the hell that skit went. And then, Billy Crystal, I thought it was hilarious in that. I mean,
you would have fun storming the castle.
And it's storming the castle, boys.
You know what my favorite fact of that movie was? Is when
As you would.
to hear the history of that movie. In the background, they have like commenters and stuff like that, and one of the directors said that Andre wasn't feeling good, so Andre the Giant was in there, right? And said Andre wasn't feeling good that day. He said he had bad stomach problems, and he said one time he went off stage, he wasn't feeling good, he came back, and he ripped a 1:15 fart. And the director looked at him and said, "Andre, are you okay?" He goes, "I am now." And the rest of the shoot, he was fine. I was like, "Jeez, my God, man!" Said, "I am now, boss."
My name is Diego Montea. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that.
Yep, that was so.
That's
good.
one of the classic blunders. The other one is don't get involved in a land war in Asia. Lots of good ones in there.
See, do we have Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
You got it.
That's another classic for me. And you can say that as a musical because he sang, Twist and Shout.
And Talk a Shame.
According to Bubba.
I just can't stand Michael Broderick. His face. Ugh. In the Godzilla movie, I was like, eat him! Eat him! Eat him now! It's like, that's the protagonist. Eat him!
But back in the day, I was a pretty big fan of Purple Rain. I mean, I was a teenager and all the girls liked it, so I went to that movie several times taking a date.
That thing is interleaved with one of my first serious dating loves. Hello, Claudine. I know you're out there. Yeah, Purple Rain was one of those albums you could share with your girl, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Hillbilly.
Oh yeah.
You know, Fluffy, we actually did mention that one. That was actually one of the ones that was mentioned in mine and DJ's little duel war games.
Yeah. Zero to
remember
Gay Blade. That was so funny. Oh my goodness. I forgot all about that guy. Yeah.
Is that a Mel Brooks film? It sounds like a Mel Brooks film.
Which ones were in the 80s? Victor Victoria? I don't remember what else was in the 80s, man. I don't. There's probably more than a couple. Because it was like right at the end. Ooh, it's another great 80s movie.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah. I'm pretty sure me and DJ, if we hadn't went to musicals, me and DJ could have gone the rest of the night.
Well, I discovered one of the things I really like about this is like Gary gave me shock treatment. And in a previous week, Gary mentioned the movie FM. Like, Gary and I have a lot of music things that intermix like that, and to be able to grab a new movie, something that I'm bound to enjoy it to some degree and pass it on to others. So hell yeah, I like this. Thanks, Hillbilly.
Well, I didn't know about shock treatment, but my wife at the time knew more about the movie than I did. She said, "Well, if you like that movie, you've got to watch the sequel." So I never knew there was a sequel. And she said, "Well, it's kind of a sequel. It's like it's by the same people and has some of the same characters in it." It's like, all right. So we watched it, and it's an acquired taste. But if you're twisted enough to like the first movie, you'll be twisted enough to like this too.
Yeah, I was going to say something. I seen MCK, I think your message was deleted on accident out there by Jacob S.
He was timed out, accidentally.
Yeah, so
that finger happens, man. I feel for you.
Yeah,
it happens,
especially on the phones. So anyway, I just want to let MCK know that there was nothing because it was this one. There's nothing wrong with that and that one, and so sorry about that, buddy. The moderator probably hit the wrong button there. So anyway, he just want to apologize for that, buddy.
Happens a lot on phones.
It does. The buttons are so close together, and True Amigos, Ozzy comes out with. I love that show.
Like a couple of my directors that came up in the 80s and Quentin Tarantino movies of the 80s, starting with Reservoir Dogs, then Pulp Fiction. Jackie Brown is in there. I mean, it's a great decade for him. There's at least one more. Richard Linklater, that's Dazed and Confused. If you roll back to his first project film when he's a student in Austin, that's Slacker. Scanner Darkly, I think it's right up against the end, if not into the early part of the 90s. And yeah, it was a great decade. It really was.
Yeah. Now, see, I know a lot of people agree with you, but for me, I won't even watch a Quentin Tarantino movie.
No.
I'm just, even though there's some parts like Pulp Fiction stuff I liked, it just like, I don't know why I don't care for his styles of movies, and I know a lot of people love him, but I mean that's why good Lord made us all different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
But I mean, I guarantee you, I can say, there's stuff out there that I like that people think, oh my gosh, I can't believe you even watch that, and it's just like, Mel Brooks. A lot of people can't stand Mel Brooks. I think a lot of his stuff's hilarious, but a lot of people's like, oh my gosh, I'd never watch a Mel Brooks movie again. And so that's what's so cool about, all this, about us as humans. We all just have, such different love and passions for different things. And
Well, Mel Brooks does a lot of social commentary, and yeah, if you watch his stuff, he doesn't take any prisoners. I mean, he goes after everybody, including himself. So
Did anybody mention
he just points out the silliness in all of us.
Did anybody mention Spaceballs? I can't believe I dropped the
Yeah.
ball on Spaceballs.
That was in our duel.
Oh, okay.
Kurt,
What about Ice?
Kurt
Was Ice
Russell
Pirate?
used cars. I forgot about that one. Oh
That's
my
an awesome
goodness.
What's that
How
one?
many?
Which
used
one?
cars?
Oh, that's a
Used
great
cars.
movie. I love that.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, I'm with you, Thomas.
Oh,
Come here, piss boy.
I think I
He
just
flips his tip into the piss bucket.
Hold on a second. I can barely make that out at the end. Does that say Cannery Row?
Yeah.
Mr. Bob, you and I can be best friends. John Steinbeck adaptation. Nick Nolte is awesome in that. Karen, can't remember the chick's name right now, but oh my, that's so good. That's so good. And the Great Frog Hunt is incredible. It's so funny.
When you said Nick
mention
Nolte, one
Escape
popped in
from
my
New
head.
York?
Go ahead, Gary.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I said, did anyone mention Escape from New York?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Bubba
good.
did earlier. DC Cab.
Oh, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Was Major League mentioned?
I don't think so.
No, I missed Major League.
Should have been.
Well, one of my favorite deals in DC Cab, Nick Nolte, he was like a crazy person in that. And he's like, I'll take this job and do all this. He's like, I got one demand. He goes, I get Elvis's birthday off. Space trucks?
Ooh, Space Trucker. Yeah,
Space
Dennis Hopper.
Okay.
That thing, that's kind of an odd movie. It's one of those that definitely is a midnight movie kind of experience. Yeah. Good one though.
And we got
Good catch.
Overboard out there.
Another Kurt Russell movie.
Actually the second one to that, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Terrible bad.
Was Goldie Hawn in it?
Reverse. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so instead of the guy bringing the girl home, the girl brought a guy, a rich guy home. And so, I mean,
that's Weird Al. That's pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood was mentioned. Jamie tagging in with a couple of films from him. Firefox. I just have this little special place in my heart for Firefox.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen that, it's good.
And Ozzy throws out Cobra, Bridget Nelson. I think that was the start of Bridget Nelson and Sylvester Stallone movies, wasn't it? Time Bandits. Hey, there's Mark back, AMCK. Yeah, you got, I don't know if you could hear us a while ago, but you got timed out on accident, brother. So, and then Ron 2A Matter says, good night, everyone. Hey, there's Michael. Hey, buddy, how you doing? He said, I'm late, but I'm here. Haunted Honeymoon.
And there was like a schwack of Tom Hanks movies. Big was mentioned, but Splash wasn't. The Burbs, that thing with Shelley Long. Money Pit, was he? I think he was in that.
Yeah, I was sitting there trying to think of that one.
Did we get any of the slasher movies like Friday the 13th?
We were absent of horror kind of things. And another thing that we were absent of, did anybody mention a Bond movie?
I don't think we did. So. Lots
and it was a rough decade. Yeah, it was a rough decade for Bond. If you didn't like, was Moonraker 79 or 80? I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been Roger Moore during that era, wasn't it?
Yeah. Moonraker 79.
All right. Almost got it.
But
that means like Octopussy.
The Gene Wilder movies.
Let's see.
He did a pretty good spent movies.
License
to
to
the 80s.
Kill, The Living Daylights, A View to a Kill, Never Say Never Again, For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy. It's
It was that handshake between those two, and I gave up after Roger Moore. And I know it's not a popular opinion. I actually like him just a little bit. I was younger, right? A little bit
Yeah.
more than Sean Connery, but anybody that comes after those two,
yeah.
I'm out.
Well,
And George Lazenby counts too. That's a one-off in '69, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, Michael, we're talking about 80s movies, buddy. And so a lot of them's probably been mentioned, but yeah, you're going to get 80s movies, throw it out there because people keeps coming up. Look at there, Mr. Bob coming up with Strange Brew, another great movie that's hilarious if you like comedies like that.
I
Big
saw
Trouble
that
in Little
one.
China.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Steamroll.
Coming to America.
Yes, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. G-Web say they've listed almost every 80s movie so far.
We've tried. Let's put
Yeah,
it
it seems
that
like
way.
we are.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Mark
did
say,
anybody say
take off, Posey.
no doubt. Did anybody say Raging Bull? Because that
Don't
thing won
think
like a
so.
bunch of Academy Awards, and that's really the story of Jake LaMotta, interpreted, and De Niro's the title character there.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good movie.
And then, see, I'm sure we had some Rockies to that decade too.
Well, and Mr. T, you said DC Cab, so was that Rocky 3?
Hey, Rocky 3 and
Two.
4 were in the 80s. So, yeah.
Yeah, G-Web said we ain't named very many Westerns. That's true.
Jamie named a few, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Stir
Was
Crazy?
that one Breaking Out or Breaking, or what was that?
Bustin' Loose?
Bustin' Loose, yeah.
The one that
Poltergeist
Silver
and
Streak?
Gremlins. Good ones, Ozzy.
You
I don't know
had
if we've even touched the surface tonight.
4
because-
Star Trek movies that came out in the 80s. So,
Oh, yeah.
Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, The Voyage Home, and The Final Frontier.
Yeah. All good. Star Trek flicks, too.
Oh,
Where's
what
your
was that
millions?
movie?
Now, since we're kind of
Trading
slowing down,
Places.
an awesome film. Since we're kind of slowing down, Hillbilly, what do you think about the panel each sharing one of their favorite theater memories or movie-going memories from the 80s? And I could start it off.
Oh, yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Right on. So I lost my brother when he was in his early 20s. And one of the greatest memories I have of the 80s, there was still a drive-in, the Skyview Drive-In Theater on North 72nd Street here in Omaha. And one night, he would have been 12, and I had my driver's license. And we went up for a late-night triple feature of horror stuff. And I can remember laying out on the hood, resting our backs on the glass and looking at those movies and just having a really, really good time. And to have experienced that with my, drive-in movie, and with my brother, and we're out being bros together kind of thing. That's one of my absolute sweetest memories of theater experiences in the 80s.
That is a good one. Real good. So
what about you then,
Bubba,
Hillbilly?
I was going to let Bubba go first or go next. And you got any theater members, buddy? Or memories?
So my mom and my aunts, me and my little brother, and my mom and my aunt's friend Maurice, which was my mom's only gay friend, he had a cast on his right leg. And my aunt, when we see a scary movie, she makes the movie so much better because she screams. And she makes it just so much better because it's like having surround sound. Because she screams bloody murder, does, oh my God, I can't watch. Yeah, it makes it so much better to watch a scary movie. Although she screamed at Spider-Man whenever the Green Goblin mask just randomly showed up, like all of a sudden, like jump scares are the best. She freaks the living hell out All right. So again, my mom's friend Maurice has a cast on his right leg. My aunt has very long fingernails. She's sitting beside of Maurice to his right. I'm sitting beside my aunt, and then my brother's sitting beside me, and my mother is sitting beside my brother. We are watching Deep Blue Sea. It has unnerved my aunt the entire movie. And it gets to the part in Deep Blue Sea where Samuel Jackson decides enough is enough, and he's going to give a rousing speech to everybody there. That the shark is not going to get them, that we need to grow up and be adults and fight this thing and go down with a fight. And after his speech, those of you who have seen this movie, the giant shark jumps up and eats him out of nowhere. Just plows through the building and eats him. My aunt screamed bloody murder to the point where we were worried we were going to get sued because we thought that the glass on the projector, because there were projectors back then when I was watching this. Believe it or not, I'm old enough to have known that they had projectors. Thought the lens on the projector was going to crack. Like, she screamed that loud. And she took her hand with those long, sharp nails and dug it deep into Maurice's cast, through the cast, and into this poor man's leg.
Damn.
Now, I am like 12.
Was her last name Kruger? Like, is it really
no.
Freddy
Her
Krueger?
last name is Spalding. I am 12 years old, and I look over and I see this poor man with my aunt's nails impaled into this poor man's cast, clearly have gone to his knee, which has just had surgery on maybe a month ago. Extensive surgery. But the only thing I can think of, because I'm 12, is to laugh harder than she screamed. Because he went, ah! That is my favorite movie experience. She's if you're ever out this way and you ever just want to kick back and watch a movie, I will invite her over and we will watch a scary movie. And you can see how much better she makes the movie. It is just so much better. Especially a Freddy Krueger movie. Oh my God. She could even know it's coming. And it doesn't matter. She's going to.
Garage Guy brought out Blue Lagoon. Alan didn't see that mentioned all night. Another classic, man. So good stuff, Bubba. Thanks for sharing. Gary, what you got? Any great drive-in or theater movies, memories that you have?
Not that I'm at liberty to share. Let's put it that way. There may have been some times in the back row of a drive-in movie that there was some good movie experiences going on, but that's probably for a different conversation.
That's for like an after chat.
Yeah, I do believe so, but I do remember the drive-ins were the best because you could get comfy, kick back, relax, and do whatever. Settle back with your favorite beverage, which you may or may not have purchased there, or you might have brought in with you. And usually got to see 2 shows too, so you get your money's worth. Plus, you can grab some eats in between if you wanted to. So you'd make a whole night of it and stuff like that. Many a nights at the drive-in. But nothing in particular, just a lot of good memories. Yeah.
Well, I have two of them. The reason I'm going to say that is just, it probably wasn't my favorite, but it was a memorable one. The first time I went and saw Jaws, because I was fairly younger, and like I remember like people like watching people in the audience, in the theater, just like, oh man. And then we had a friend of my uncle's. He was with us. There's like, I don't know, there may have been 8 or 10 people, family or whatever went. And when shark comes up and it takes the dock, and he's swimming back, and Jaws is swimming after him, the guy's standing there saying, "Swim, Charlie, swim." Anyway, my uncle's friend jumped up and he's like, "Swim, Charlie, damn it, swim, swim." Like he was just into it. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. Then he got embarrassed. He didn't realize he was doing it. But that one, and then probably a whole bunch of family and friends. Like we took up most of the theater when Still Magnolia come out, because my uncle worked for Dolly Parton, and he was in the movie. And so he just had a short scene in there. And so like when we seen that scene, like, almost everybody stood up and clapped and like, yay, he was there with us watching it, and, but yeah, that was a fun deal, because it's, it was family and friends. And like I said, we took up most all the theater seats, that night. And so that was something very memorable. And Jacob S., as far as I remember, I've never been to a drive-in theater. I've been to an outdoor theater with a picnic blanket on a hill. Oh, that's cool too. Chuck says, "Karate Kid." Yeah, I don't think anybody come in with the wax on and wax off.
Nobody did.
Good one. And Garage Guy says he's in Myrtle Beach when Jaws come out. People don't want to go into the water, especially if he's there in June. And, oh man! So, Mr. Bob, who's got a couple links out there. So, anyway, we're coming up on the bottom of the hour, so let's go around the room and let everybody know if you got something coming up. Plug either something you have coming up or somebody else, and also out there in the side chat. If there's anything out there you want to plug, if it's some of your own stuff or somebody else, please go right ahead and we'll throw it up on the screen. So, DJ, we'll just start down to you, I guess, buddy.
It's a good time hanging out here on Saturday night. I'm glad to have been on a panel like this. I'm really glad for the audience out there. I got to double back and take a look at all of those things that the people were typing. As you mentioned earlier in the cast, there are a lot of lives that go on. The weekend is a big swing through them. Every week on Saturday, just before Hillbilly, if you have some time, please swing by the A Great Start Shooting School channel. Brooke has a program every Saturday evening. It's brief, and it's not always really heavy, but it's a good place to hang out. It's a good time to understand that there are people in the community that will support you no matter what. Always reach out. Someone is there. Please do so. So till I see everybody else again, be safe, have fun, carry your guns, and rock. I'm out.
Thank you so much for being here tonight, DJ. Appreciate you, buddy. And guys, DJ does a lot for 2A community, and so many channels. And he don't have pretty much content. Go over and check his channel out and subscribe. Support him that way if you can. And thank you for being here, DJ. Bubba, we gonna see any good, the bad, the Bubba? What you got coming up, buddy?
I'm really hoping we do.
Me too.
I'm really hoping we do. It's on my list of things to do this week coming up. I just don't know whether it's going to be in the morning anymore or not. I'm trying to work a way around it, but it might end up starting to be at night from now on.
Yeah.
It might be at well, I get off at 10, so it might be about 10:30, something like that by the time it starts. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to get it started again.
Awesome. Yeah. Regardless of what time you put it up, yeah, please do. It's always a lot of fun.
But I mean, other than that, guys, stay safe, stay armed, stay two-way strong. Have a fantastic week, and keep getting at it.
All right, Bubba. Thanks a lot for being here this evening, brother.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
Guys and girls, if you've not went over to Bubba Track Ops Ballistic and checked out his channel, please do go there and subscribe. Also, great channel. He did a career change recently. Maybe not a career change, but a job change. And so he's not getting out as much content right now as he did, and hopefully he's going to get all settled in and get that taken care of. So go there and check him out. And thanks a lot, buddy, for being here. Gizzard Gary, I know you have stuff coming up.
Maybe. Yeah, I got some knife videos coming out. I've got some.
Move.
I've got I've got some gun videos coming out also on the new gun. As soon as I get those recorded, hopefully this next week. Let's see, members only chat Wednesday night for my channel members. That's at 8 o'clock Central Time on Wednesdays, and then Foul Territory once again on Friday at 9 p.m. Central. And I want to wish an early happy birthday to George Grayson Cat, who turns 10 tomorrow.
Awesome.
So, happy birthday, Georgie. So,
all right.
That's all I got. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, buddy. If you've not went over and checked out Gizzard Gary's channel, please do go and subscribe. A lot of great content there. Like I said, you got Foul Territory and a members chat and just a lot of great stuff. Man, he puts out knife videos just dang near pretty much about every day. A lot of great knives, and he also has firearm content and other stuff too. So make sure you go there and check him out and subscribe. Now I want to thank the panel and everybody in the side chat for being here this evening. Man, you guys are just awesome. You guys, honestly, you make my week better. Being here with all of you guys with Guns, Beer, and Therapy. And man, it's just when it started this, it's like, well, let's just go on and see if we can have fun. And so that's what this show's all about. And you guys make it fun for me and everybody else, and I really appreciate that. And real quick, Michael says, Hillbilly, just watched your vid on building a target stand for $10. We was always on powder, but my retirement, I just got into air gunning, backyard shooting. All right. He said, thanks. Yeah. I did put out that video. It came out today. Just making a usable breakdown target. And that was inspired by our buddy Tactical Fudd. He put one out there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna build me one. And then I got realized, I'm like, well, my target size is a little different, so I just changed up a little bit of dimensions on it for what worked for me. And so if you're not seen that, appreciate you checking it out. And also, we're doing a recoil test on a scope from Discovery, their scope and mounts, and we got that on a 12 gauge shotgun shooting slugs. And we already got the first video out on it. We got one more coming. There might be another one because everybody's been on the comments trying to get me to shoot it left-handed because it is an ambidextrous gun, but it is a bullpup. So when you hold up your left shoulder, the chamber is right here by your face. So when it ejects the shell, it's more than likely going to hit you right in the face. And not counting, I don't know, was there's powder burn come along with that, or I don't know, gases or what, but we might just have to do that. And so we're stretching that thing on out to 50 yards too. We shot 25 yards, and so we're just going to continue having some more fun with it. And then we're moving on to some more scopes and rifles. So trying to keep content coming out constantly for you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. I appreciate you all so much. And Chuck says, one last 80s movie for tonight, Bloodsport. Another great one. Oh, man. Another great one. So anyway, I appreciate you all so much for being here. If you're a VIP member, we have a live show on Tuesday nights at 8:30. That's for VIPs only. So make sure you try to make that. We have a great time. My wife Ames is on here with me, and so anyway, just something a little different for you guys. Anyway, I'd like to leave everybody with this. Remember, God, family, and country. And make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's will and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you again, Hillbilly Nation. We love you.